Are we live?
Yeah, we are. That one over to your left.
Perfect. Welcome to another edition of Dallas Hate Week. I'm your host today for this segment. I'm Dr. Aaron Bass here to, talk about putting our hatred in the right place, which is in football. I'm so glad to be joined here by my co-host, Representative Mike Smith, who just won his fourth term.
Fourth term, yep.
Yesterday. So just for everyone's knowledge, Representative Mike Smith is a Republican. I am a registered Democrat. As you can see, Representative Mike Smith is also a Cowboys fan, and I am a proud American-loving Eagles fan.
This season.
And want to make sure that while there's a lot of things taking place in politics, and we know that it is, it's very sore right now, it's very visceral because we just had a state election and also a presidential election. It's a lot of emotions. And so right now, the best thing we can do is just focus on our hatred. So we're here to talk about the hate between the Eagles and the Cowboys. Representative Mike Smith, why do you hate the Eagles?
Yeah, well, I mean, let me give you my Cowboys journey first, right? So after my mom passed away, my uncle moved home with my grandmom to help raise me and my cousins. And you remember that show Dallas that used to come on TV? Yeah. So whenever Texas Stadium came on the screen, he would like make us run in and like cheer for it and this and that. And so like I've been indoctrinated very early on to start cheering for the Dallas Cowboys. My first year that I ever remember them playing was they won their last game of the season. They went 1-15, I think it was. Aikman was quarterback. Okay. And then they started rolling off Super Bowls and everything else as I was growing up. So it was really fun, but my hatred of the Eagles really comes from the people. I think every time going to the stadiums and then just growing up, I don't think for Eagles fans it's enough for them to win. You have to lose and you have to have bad things happen to you for them to be happy, and that's where my hatred comes from.
Wow. So as a proud member of the Eagles fan base in the city of brotherly love.
Brotherly what?
Brotherly love.
Love.
So first
Brotherly
off,
hatred, I thought.
I think the love, just for your knowledge, it's interesting. So the Eagles are truly America's team. If you think about the history of the United States, it all started in Philadelphia and not in actual Arlington, which is where the Cowboys play. And what's interesting is that the lore of Dallas and everything being America's everything comes out of after the Kennedy assassination, which is interesting. The Bureau of Tourism was trying to rebrand a lot in Dallas. Mm-hmm. So everything was geared towards making this America's, the TV show, the football team and everything. And it stuck with Dallas, but truthfully, out of respect, the Constitution was signed a few miles away from here in Philadelphia, and we're also
I thought we were talking about football.
Well, I'm giving the background.
Yeah, because the Cowboys, they're the ones who moved the goalposts back. They're the ones who had the cheerleaders. They're the ones who created shotgun. Tex Schramm, I think he's the one who kind of did all this.
You've done some good stuff, but at the same time, I just like to,
The Constitution, that has nothing to do with football. That has nothing to do with football.
And America's team. Now, my hatred for Cowboys. So one, I grew up watching during the Buddy Ryan, Randall Cunningham era. So I grew up in the 80s with
Sorry
football.
to cut you off, but I actually went to Cowboys training camp. And did you know Randall Cunningham was our backup quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys under Aikman when I went to training camp? It was awesome.
But Buddy Ryan hated the Cowboys.
He did.
And it's interesting that when I think back to, so other teams in the NFC East, so you have the Washington football team, the Commanders.
Yep.
No hatred at all.
Yep.
The Giants, we play them. They have some good seasons, some bad seasons. Not really an issue. But the Cowboys, I've never seen people become so animated when we play this one team.
Yeah.
Now, I can say, for me, it's also the fans. And it's not fans in Dallas. It was Dallas fans in the Philly metro area. I could never understand why they became Dallas fans. And the only thing I come up with is that they just like to argue and hate people.
No, it's because depending on what their age was, they grew up watching winning football, and that's what they wanted to do. And they liked the star, they liked Emmett, they liked Troy, they liked crazy Michael Irvin, and all the rest.
So
they like to see primetime dance after he won.
90s was a good time for you.
It was an era, baby.
It was an era. And so, first off, I can't disrespect that era.
Nobody can.
What I can.
If it wasn't for Barry Switzer, we probably have 4 straight.
I mean, and I got to tell you, long live Jerry Jones, who I think is the greatest president, GM, hype man, social media, anything for any team. And I personally send $5 a month to Jerry Jones for his vitamins so he can live longer.
He is the greatest marketer in football. I'll give him that.
He's the greatest marketer, and as an Eagles fan, we have loved him because.
I can see why you would. That's all I'm going to say. I can see why you would.
So, what do you think about the game coming up this Sunday? What do you think about?
I mean, I'll be honest. I would love if we were at full health. We're having one of those seasons right now where we can't string together our studs that are healthy at the same time. So, Deron Bland, who set the NFL on fire with interceptions the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. He's been out to start the full season, hasn't been back yet.
Micah Parsons.
Yeah, Micah Parsons. Trayvon Diggs is coming off that injury, not having a stellar year. I think still trying to get his footing because of the injury and feeling that out on the field. Parsons, an ankle's a tough one to work through when you're an edge rusher and linebacker like him. You know, CD is banged up. He's week to week now. Dak's hand and his quad and his hammy, it's all messed up. Crooks has been out as well. And so, you know, besides Ferguson, there's nobody else to take that relief off of. Zeke looks like he...
Where was Zeke this past week?
So, yeah, Zeke decided that kind of like if your students don't show up at school or tardy, that, you know, maybe they get demerits or whatever it may be. Well, Zeke just decided, you know, I'm not going to come to meetings on time, or maybe I won't even come to this one. And so they give him a disciplinary do not play. And to think that we re-signed Zeke Elliott when we could have had Derrick Henry is honestly, I don't care about elections. That's the worst I've felt all year.
I think Jerry Jones is a great man yet again, and the fact that you all did not sign Derrick Henry that said, come and get me, is another reason why.
But you know what? We've talked enough about Jerry Jones. Regardless, you're right. Jerry is an ongoing problem. But the minute that I knew we were at least having a little bit better of a run under Jerry is when he wanted to draft Johnny Manziel, and we actually drafted Zach Martin instead. That's when I knew we weren't.
Johnny Football.
Yeah, that's when I knew he didn't have the full reins anymore. The problem is he still has a radio show every week where he just talks nonsense and says wild things. But at the end of the day, like, we have Jerry Jones and, you know, look, you have Nick Sirianni, and that gives me hope every single day as a Cowboys fan.
So your owner's equivalent to Nick Sirianni. I can give you that.
Yeah.
And I'll say that Jerry Jones.
He's just younger.
He's younger.
So he's going to live longer.
Well, Jerry Jones, the issue as an owner, because you can't replace him. Also, I think Meadows a lot. So that is your GM that's spending more time interfering
Meadows,
with. You haven't had a strong
doesn't
coach
have
in a
duct
long
tape on
time.
his mouth. Yeah, same tomato.
But we like it. Now, for my team, so I will say that one, so excited to watch ESPN and constantly see my Eagles multiple times. The catch by Dotson, Devontae Smith's catch, and then also Saquon Barkley, who is actually might be breaking a record this year. Amazing.
Saquon was the best pickup of you guys in the offseason.
Here's some footage right here. This is actually the greatest play I've seen. 1, 2, and then jumping backwards. Amazing.
Yeah, but, you know, here's the problem with Saquon, and you're going to see it here soon because he's just going to get injured because that's what he does.
He's looking pretty good, and I think that the health is a great factor.
I think that's one of the most athletic moves I've ever seen in football.
Now, what I will say is that there's also a clip of Dak Prescott. So Dak Prescott.
Did you just only pick, grab your own clips to make your arguments?
I figured if I'm going to talk about how much Dallas sucks, then I could not be the only person doing that. And so if
Dak says it for me. I don't need to say it. Dak already said it for me. Dak spoke for America's team last week.
How much is he getting paid right now?
How
much is his guaranteed contract?
Look. Let's not talk about Dak's contract. Unfortunately, we have the massage therapist in Cleveland that set the QB market, okay? And so the problem is...
So that's the reason that you think so?
Yeah.
Not that Dak has been a prima donna since he got there. Not that Dak hasn't produced.
I would 100% disagree with you. Tell me how Dak's been a prima donna.
Dak Prescott, first off, is a regular season. He's decent. Regular season. He chokes, though, in big moments.
So tell me how he choked in the first playoff game against Green Bay. He didn't choke Aaron Rodgers through a dot, and they kicked the game-winning field goal.
Aaron Rodgers is amazing, but tell me that Dak Prescott is the person that you want in the trenches. I would take Aaron Rodgers over Dak. I would take a ton
right now. You would take Aaron Rodgers today.
I would take
no.
a 5-year-old. I would. Cooper Rush is actually a better quarterback for y'all than Dak Prescott.
Man, that's how I know you've been drinking some sort of Kool-Aid. What's in
I
that
have
mug?
some-
What's in that mug, man?
First, I'm going to say
What's
this
in that
because
mug,
we have a
man?
lovely game called Never Have I Ever coming up. So you can
Never
play
have
some-
I ever won 5 Super Bowls. Is that you or me?
We'll get to that yet. So we'll do that. And then also, got to say that I appreciate you coming on, even though your team is god-awful right now. It's a season.
This is like a public shaming is what this is.
It's a season, and you're a brave man to come on. And I think, you know what? It will what can I say? I can say that there'll be many Eagles fans laughing and enjoying the demise of your team this season and many more.
Look, this is all I have to say.
Go for it.
This is what's great is about this season is I know we don't have a chance this year, right? So there's no hope. And when there's no hope, there can't be any just
DC4L, Dallas Cowboys.
no, but
for life.
see, what you're setting yourself up for is how I have felt last year and the year before, and how you felt when Jalen Hurts just wobbled the ball in the air to lose the Super Bowl. So,
you
know, yeah. So you're setting yourself up. I love it. I can't wait to text you. Not after this game, but when the
please
game
do.
really matters. And look, the only reason why this rivalry means anything is because the Giants have been nothing. The
For a long
Commanders
time.
have been nothing.
The Commanders are good this year.
Yeah, who would have thought that they unload Dan Snyder and it changes immediately like that? Josh Harris just changed
If
it like
you guys
that.
change your owner, I'll be scared.
They took a Cowboys
If Jerry
coordinator
Jones,
to change
if
him.
Jerry Jones is no longer your owner, I'll be scared.
I mean, that could be any day. We don't know.
No, but Eagles fans pray for Jerry Jones' health every day. I want Jerry Jones to be 100 years old, and I want him to still continue being the great man that
Have
he
you
is.
seen him lately? There's no way he's going to live to 100. He's not looking good.
All right. Let's do this game. So pour some water into your mug. If you could show the audience your mug, too.
Yes, Aaron decided that he would like to give me.
You got to hold it up. You got to hold it
paraphernalia.
up. You got to hold it up so they can't
Oh,
see it.
I'm sorry.
And hold it to the camera right there. Yeah.
Yeah, Dallas Tears.
Dallas Tears.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Ms. Gimbel, thank you so much for the Dallas Tears mug. So we'll do a few rounds of Never Have I Ever. And we're drinking with water, just so everyone knows. Go Birds.
Drive safely.
Go Birds. Never have I ever used social media to say we're going to the Super Bowl.
Wait, do I drink if I have done that or haven't?
If you haven't, yeah.
Yeah, if I haven't?
If you haven't, yeah. So that's you. Never have I. So if you've never done it, the ground rules. If you've never done it, then you take a drink.
Okay.
All right. So go for it.
All right, let's see. Never have I ever woken up and stood in a car line and wore a Lions jersey to shame the Dallas Cowboys.
I've definitely. My hatred goes so far that I will wear other teams. I cannot wear a Dallas Cowboys jersey.
I've only worn another team's jersey one time. That's because I lost a bet.
Oh, well, yeah. Many others are stylish. Let's see. Never have I ever taken a selfie in my football team's attire. I'm sorry. Never have I ever taken a selfie after my team won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's too long ago. They didn't have phones back then.
I know. Now, if I had a pager reference or like a pay telephone, then you guys could do that. But yeah.
Yeah, never. Let's see. Okay, never have I ever. My brain's fried from yesterday, as you can tell.
You spend a lot, and this is why we're focusing on hatred and not on focusing on our politics right now. Yeah. It's much.
That's a totally different. Never have I ever game.
Yeah, never have I ever. Yep.
Never have I ever had a fake Super Bowl trophy in front of me to make myself feel better.
Oh, wait. First off, I love this. So which camera are you on? This one right over here?
Yeah.
Come on. Okay. So this one, I need you to see this. It says, world's greatest Dallas Cowboys hater. And I got to give a shout out to Daryl Johnson because this is my most prized possession. I was named the greatest Dallas Cowboys hater in the entire metro area in 2019 because of this one story. So this one story is not a Super Bowl. This is actually my trophy. had a great debate like this, and then we made a bet that whoever Dallas Cowboy fan grew up in Philadelphia, which I still don't understand. I despise these people. Grew up in Philly.
How old is he?
He's got to be in his 40s right now. But so Daryl Johnson, who's also a respectable principal and everything else, he decided that he was going to take this bet. Whoever lost that game, the winner chose the place that the other person take a picture. So the Cowboys lost, Eagles won this game. I said, Daryl, because of this bet, I need you to meet me at the link where the Eagles play. So Daryl Johnson said, bet. I said, please wear all your Dallas gear just like you're doing right now. Daryl met me at the link. I said, meet me at this very specific spot. We got there, security opened the door, and they're laughing. And he said, what is this? And I said, oh, I forgot to tell you, I work here. I was working under Chip Kelly for a couple seasons as an instructional consultant. So I was paid for the Eagles. I was paid by them. And he said, we're going to take a picture on the field on the 50. He's in all his Dallas gear. No, sir. No, sir. That's for Eagles fans. We're going to take you where we take all the Dallas fans. So we started walking. Security's laughing the whole time. We're going down, 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 further down into the basement. We finally got to the basement. And I don't know if Dennis has the picture of it, but I took him to the only jail inside a football stadium in America. We did a whole this is a picture of Daryl Johnson inside the jail inside the Eagles Stadium. Did a whole photo shoot there. Put it on Facebook Live. His mom was blowing my phone. She's like, why is my baby in jail? Why is he? I was like, you know what? There's a picture of him because he found out I worked there. And he, as we say in Philly.
I'm not saying my uncle's been in there, but maybe he was.
He might have been there. Anyway. So, and then this is just a few of my Dallas Sucks favorite memorabilia. So this is me giving a speech. That's me under Dak Prescott, saying it before Dak Prescott could, that Dallas sucks in his last game. And then I think there's, much disrespect, stepping on the star on a helmet.
Speaking for the next Never Have I Ever, let's talk about quarterbacks who choke in the playoffs. So never have I ever had a quarterback fumble the ball to lose a Super Bowl.
Sure, I'll take that. Yeah. Never.
Yeah.
How can I put this? Never have I ever cheered for my football team in the Super Bowl after the turn of the century.
Neither have I.
Oh, no, I have. I've done it 3 times. 2004, did it in 2017, and recently about 2020.
How many of those did you win?
We won 1. We won 1. I'll take it.
We've been to more than 5. We just happen to win 5.
We won 1. So I know the time is wrapping up.
You got 5. You got 4 others. I'll put on all 5.
Here's something that's crazy though. I ordered this off the internet, which didn't exist the last time that you guys won.
The internet
Al Gore
existed.
Invented the internet.
The internet did exist, by the way.
It. I don't think so. So look here. 1, this is the last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. Just want to make sure I show a picture of Dak Prescott as a baby. I actually have players that still are on my team that actually have those chips. And we're going to finish off with saying, beat me if Dallas wins, which will be taking place. I don't think so this Sunday.
If we beat you with Cooper Rush, like how confident are you in your team moving forward?
Confident in my team. Y'all might, as we said, do a sleeper just like the Browns did against the Ravens. You could. But honestly, like my team right now, I'll say this. I have confidence in my Eagles. I need to see more confidence in my coach, Nick Sirianni.
Confidence or competency? There's a difference.
I'll take both. Take the 3 points or take the extra point. But I do know this. I do know no matter what takes place on Sunday, at the end of the day, I will continue to love my birds. At the end of the day, I will continue to hate Dallas Cowboys for the rest of my life.
And I will absolutely continue to hate the Eagles and most of their fans. I'll like you.
I enjoy you too, sir.
And I will continue to root for my Dallas Cowboys. I took my boys to their very first game last year, watched them win and beat the Seahawks on Thursday Night Football. Great memory for father and son. And I will be perfectly happy knowing that there's no way you're winning the Super Bowl this year.
We'll see. And in fact, if it happens, we'll come back here. Go Birds. Have a wonderful day. Thank you all for joining us. Eagles, Cowboys this Sunday.
Eagles are extinct.